بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين ودعاتهم المطلقين سلاليم النجاة للمتقين. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight my vision for our Dawoodi Bohra community. You've seen the pictures of my grandfather Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin, my uncle Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin, the 51st and 52nd Da'i, and my father Sayyidina Huzaima Qutbuddin, the 53rd Da'i al-Mutlaq. I was appointed by my father as the 54th Da'i al-Mutlaq, and it is my duty to continue in the footsteps, in the pure philosophy of my predecessors, which I will strive to do so for the well-being of my community. To highlight some issues on that briefly before we take your questions and matters of education. Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin, when in 1947, independence of India from the British, surveys were conducted of literacy. The Dawoodi Bohra community had 100% literacy. A recent survey was conducted during Sayyidina Burhanuddin's time. Out of 100 people who passed the 10th grade, 88% were women and 88% were men and 92% were women. That speaks a lot about the gender equality we have, and we believe in that women can achieve. There is no glass ceiling here. There is no need for a glass ceiling. Our history shows that the greatest achievements have been accomplished by women in our history. My father especially highlighted that issue. My sisters, he sent them abroad in big universities at Harvard, Oxford, to achieve high status in PhDs, and they did so. So I was told that somebody had mentioned once to me that you have to be with the times. My answer to that is that as leaders, we have to be ahead of the times, not with the times. That is called leadership. That's what my father did, my predecessors did, and that is what I will continue to do so. I would like to reiterate that it is an essential part of any community that there be justice, fairness, good values for all of the members. The scale that I will set forward, and I have set forward, is a scale of piety, of goodness, kindness, wellness of self as well as others, not a scale of money which leads to corruption and practices which are harmful to the whole society and community. One of the factors that has been, especially in the modern society we live in today, where an administration has to be governed, accountability is a big factor. I will hold everybody accountable. And good governance, transparency is a big issue, which leads to people coming closer when they can see clearly, rather than hiding under veils and ambiguity, which sometimes leads to more corruption and difficulties eventually for the society. As I earlier said, my predecessors, I will follow in their footsteps. Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin, when he made local jamaats in different areas, where our community resides in India as well as abroad. He gave the local Jamaats directives as to how to continue as a Jamaat. He empowered them by having them elect their local representatives who, as in secretary of the Jamaat, treasurer, well-being of that area. Because centrally to dictate this and that, sometimes the north is different from the south. It needs more local representation. That has been the philosophy of Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin and the Duat before him, and should continue. There are many social welfare issues that need to be tackled. My predecessor has done so. I will continue to do so. Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin did so in a very major way. Sayyidina Burhanuddin, we know of all the great achievements during his times. Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin's passing away, Sayyidina Burhanuddin started a Saifi Memorial Foundation, which my father played a key role in, which gives welfare, grants, scholarships, housing, medical. In that line, that is a very crucial aspect. We have a saying in our religion that religion is not just about prayers. لَيْسَ الدِّينُ صَوْمًا وَصَلَاةً فَقَطْ بَلِ الدِّينُ عِمَارَةُ الدَّارَيْنِ. Religion is about living for both the worlds and making both the worlds. So it is not just about prayers, it's about other things as well, about kindness to human beings, to your nation, to your country, to your people, to your community. That is the philosophy. My father followed in the same footsteps. He started Zahra Hasana. All details can be provided to you if interested furthermore. And QJSP, a scholarship program, which we will, inshallah, make it much, much broader. And I hope that tomorrow, as in the high school, that 10th grade women are 92%, 88% boys. In secondary education, it is not so. And I hope that is also achieved, where women's numbers percentage-wise increases in that light. So they pursue forward furthermore, which they can today. Our community has always been regarded as a peace-loving community which integrates in society it lives in. My father had visited Mombasa, and one of the dignitaries had given a speech at that time. He said, many communities live here, but Dawoodi Bohra community lives here as though it is part of this country. That is what we propagate everywhere, in every society. Be it a doctor lives in the US, other members of a community live in Hong Kong, and more in India, mostly in India, to be part of the country and be forwarding the agenda of well-being of the whole country as a whole. That is what it means to be a good person. That is what Islam teaches us. That is what all our predecessors have taught us. And that is our philosophy. So to conclude, the idea of this philosophy is to draw people closer to the Dawat. The religion is to bring people together. We organized a little while ago in the University of Calcutta a conference of Taqreeb, getting people together of different religions, different thought processes, to share our unity of what we believe together. Yes, there are differences. We are not oblivious to that. But what unites us is much stronger than what divides us. Many times the word used is that communities should be tolerant of other communities. My reply to that is simple. Don't use the word tolerant. That is where the problem is. You have to tolerate somebody. No, you have to understand somebody. That is a true leadership position, that we bring people together in peace and harmony. That is my message to my community, and that is how I will lead my community forward. I would like to end this brief statement with prayers for this country as well as the whole world, that everybody, all humans, live in peace and prosperity and harmony. Thank you all for coming. I will answer any of your questions now.